Welcome to the channel. Thanks a lot for joining me. Manchester United have secured qualification for the next phase of the Champions League. It was a bit of a boring match, actually. It was a bit of a game of chess between two pretty well-organised teams. United obviously scoring through Ronaldo in the 78th minute and Sancho scoring his first goal for Manchester United. Hopefully it's going to be the first of many. Scored in the 91st minute. Interestingly, Villarreal did exactly what we expect them to do, which was to actually control possession. And you can see from the possession stats that Villarreal had sort of 56% of possession. United only had 44%. The first 60, 70 minutes of the match, I'll be honest with you, were pretty drab. Not much happening. And then obviously United came into their own. Sancho had a chance. Good save by the goalkeeper, who was pretty unlucky to not score, actually. And that seemed to set United off. Obviously, Bruno came on for Donny van der Beek, and Rashford came on for Anthony Martial, and Bruno made a big difference. Donny was relatively quiet today, but, you know, he still had an okay game. Fred was workmanlike. McTominay and Fred did exactly what they do. Clean sheet, qualification, 2-0 away win. And really, it was a pretty good performance considering some of the performances we've seen in recent weeks. Some of the performances being absolutely abysmal and atrocious. So United now can relax a little bit in the game against Young Boys. A game I've got a ticket for. So if we have a look at some of the stats, United had 5 shots on goal. Villarreal had 3. United had 10 shots in total. They had 11. As I said, they had 56% possession to United's 44. No red cards, 1 yellow card apiece. 8 corner kicks to them, 6 to us. They did 9 fouls. We committed 5. And there was 1 offside apiece. So pretty standard game, a game of sort of 2 halves. The first half, I think they were the better team. Second half, we probably obviously were the better team. Those substitutions making the difference. And I think that we felt our way into the game, and we kind of eased our way into the game. And I think that they had 1 or 2 chances. De Gea pulled off some amazing saves, actually, that, again, showing that he's probably our best player this season, and he kept us in the game. And it was a weird game. I actually watched the game without commentary, without sound. And it was weird because it was delayed by 7 minutes to start with anyway, because the ref's VAR intercom thing in his ear wasn't working. So it was kind of a weird match, but all's well that ends well. No name. I nearly fell asleep in that first half. Yeah, no doubt. It was pretty pedestrian, but in terms of a performance, that's a pretty good European performance by Man United. The away record in Europe hasn't been good. Obviously, we've lost away to Young Boys. So to get qualification with a game to spare, is you'd take that. So it puts us in a good position to finish top of the group, and then hopefully we can be in better form when the knockout stages start, and maybe potentially have a new manager. Looks like Pochettino's potentially coming. So yeah, I thought that it was just one of those games where the players survived that first half and just, you know, carried on and just got goals at vital times. I mean, Ronaldo, if you can sort the defense out and you feed Ronaldo chances, he's going to score. So it's as simple as that, really. I think obviously the clean sheet as well is the other major plus point. It's the first clean sheet in nearly a month. And, you know, we're obviously in the knockout stages. And actually, Carrick was quite brave. He gave Donny van der Beek a start, dropped Fernandes, and, you know, he also played Martial as well. So the goals were pretty good. Fred again, his energy, like, he lacks what Fred lacks in ability, he makes up for in work rate and heart. And actually, he's a player that he's hard to dislike, Fred, because I think he wants it. I think he wants to play for United, and I think like he shouldn't be starting every week, but if he's on the pitch, he gives everything. And he actually made that first goal. Fred intercepted a pretty poor goal kick from their goalie, and the ball came to Ronaldo, and he just lobbed their goalie to put us in front on the 78th minute. And that was pretty class, really. United also had De Gea to thank, as I said, for making two superb saves in either half. And, United fans began the game with showing support for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, singing the departed manager's name after kick-off, but by full time it was Viva Ronaldo, and it rang around the away end. And I think that all in all, some pretty good performances in there. De Gea, again, I think he's a 9 out of 10. He really is producing at the moment. Wan-Bissaka, not the best performance. He still looked a bit out of sorts in possession, maybe a 5 out of 10. Tellez looks sharp, but he's not the best defender. He looks much better going forward, and his crossing's good. He crosses from deep, probably a 6. Lindelof was solid. He did begin the game with a big hoof-up field and maintained that no-nonsense approach with a solid display, and you can't really ask much more from him. Maguire, he had an error-free great game, so you'll take that. Obviously, he's suspended for the Chelsea game on Sunday, but it's obviously an improvement on the Watford match on the weekend, and he kept it relatively simple, not bad. Fred is solid again. He did go over with a twisted ankle, but he made 2 crucial interceptions to tee up Ronaldo and Sancho. So I think he had an 8. I think he had a good performance. McTominay, again, showed forward intent, although some of his execution of passing, it's not the best. And he did kickstart the counter-attack for Sancho's goal, so 7 for him. Sancho, United's brightest player, he looked more comfortable playing wide right, taking his man on rather than cutting inside on his left. He missed a good chance to score his first goal after being set up by Fernandes, but that's what he's there for. He penetrates, he pushes defenders back. And actually, for me, I'm really praying that Sancho goes on a run now and he starts to play on the wide right. United feed him the ball and let him express himself. We paid a lot of money for Sancho, not to sit in the stands. We played for him to stretch defences, and yeah, I was pretty happy with Sancho. Van der Beek, not really on the same wavelength as his teammates. I think it's a lack of minutes. He was replaced on the 65th minute. He might be disappointed to have not made more of an impact, but Van der Beek needs a chance. He needs a run of games. He needs 10, 12 games. And now that Pogba's injured and probably going to leave on a free, Van der Beek needs to be in that team. I think he's got a lot of intelligence, Van der Beek, and I think if he can get match fit and get a good understanding with the other players, he's going to be a dangerous player. The thing with Van der Beek is that he knows how to find space, and he's very clever in spaces. He's got that Ajax technique, and United need to use him. I'd play him as an 8. You might lose something defensively, but play him in there, let him pass the ball. Martial, I don't even know why he was selected, to be honest with you. He mistimed the press early on, and he spent too much time just strolling around before being taken off. I mean, this is a guy that's trying to win his place back in the team, and he looks short. He looks like he's got to leave. Martial's been poor for 18 months now. He just looks like he's not interested. He's lethargic. He's not got confidence. United might need to loan him out in January. Just get him, send him out somewhere, or he's obviously a good player, Martial, but it's just not working. Something's not clicking with him. And Ronaldo, I mean, he made some good efforts to press. He closed their back 4 down, and his work rate was good today, and he showed his class with late goals and his excellent pass to set up Sancho's goal. So Ronaldo's got to be in this team, and if you can get that defense sorted out and feed him chances, he's going to score. There's just no doubt about it. Obviously, Fernandes came off the bench, made a big impact, well-timed pass to slice open the Villarreal defense. He also set up a Sancho chance. And Rashford as well was excellent, in my opinion, much, much livelier than Martial after coming off the bench. He had a crucial role in Sancho's goal. And I think that, his work rate, his intensity, his ability to run with the ball means that Rashford is just a level above Martial. And yeah, it's good, decent performance. So, I mean, obviously, Carrick only had like less than 48 hours to prepare for the game following Solskjaer's sacking. And he did stamp his authority by dropping Fernandes, as I've mentioned. But he's been out of form this season. I think he's tired. He's had 13 games without scoring. Van der Beek came in, and I thought he did okay. Third start of the season. It was maybe some subtle tweaks from what Solskjaer has sort of done. I mean, like, the team sheet was the familiar 4-2-3-1. Fred and McTominay as the midfield two, Martial and Sancho working either side of Ronaldo. In reality, Martial and Ronaldo were working as a pair when United were out of possession, and Sancho dropped onto the right side of a midfield diamond with Fred pushing left, McTominay sitting. With the ball, the shape was like more fluid with Ronaldo, Van der Beek, and Martial like swapping positions, basically. The attack didn't really fire early on, but crucially, the defence held out and gave us a platform to grow into the game. Because on the 60th minute, I was pretty bored, actually. And No Name has said they nearly fell asleep. Oh, any predictions from the next game? I'll deal with that in a minute, No Name, actually. It's the Chelsea match. But yeah, as I say, like, if you can keep clean sheets, your team can grow into the game. And the defence stayed really as a low block in their own half and provided stability. And I think that's the right thing for United to do, And I mean, one thing I will also touch upon is if you watch UK TV, you'll see that Paul Scholes gave sort of pre-match interviews because he's doing analysis for BT Sport, and he didn't actually pull any punches. He actually said, I'd almost be embarrassed to be on the staff right now after what happened to Ollie. They all should have gone, whether they were sacked or went off of their own backs, because they were part of Ollie's team. Ollie trusted them each week to prepare, and they've let the club and the players down just as much as Ollie has. So Paul Scholes not pulling any punches there. And, well, you can't really disagree with him, but it's a win. We're through to the next stage of the Champions League, and I would have taken a draw before the match. And if you watch the game, we rode our luck a little bit. De Gea was good, but that was a very good away performance, and I'm happy for Sancho. I'm happy he's got minutes, and I'm happy he's got a goal, and I hope that'll help his confidence. So, No Name's asking about prediction for the next game. I think that away to Chelsea. Is it away? Let's have a look. I think it's away. Yeah, it's away to Chelsea on Sunday. Chelsea are a much better team than us, reigning European champions, top of the league. They're much more advanced than us, got a much better midfield. I think that United might need to have to change system. Pochettino, the rumour is Pochettino's coming. He had a weird press conference, and it looks like he wants out of his current role at Paris Saint-Germain. United might be looking to negotiate some sort of compensation with him. And, if he comes, and obviously we're going to support him, but I'd probably pay 5-3-2 against Chelsea myself. I'd probably try and frustrate them. I might even be tempted to pack the midfield. It's hard to see how United are going to beat Chelsea. It really is hard for me to see how United are going to beat Chelsea. And as I say, like, Pochettino might be there. Obviously, he was questioned because Paris Saint-Germain are playing Man City right now. He was questioned about the rumours, and he actually said, I'm not a kid, I'm not a child. I've spent my whole life playing football, and now it's my 12th year as a coach. We are in a business that rumours are there. I completely understand. This is the type of thing that cannot distract. They're rumours. Rumours are there, and we need to live with them. This is football. So we give 100% to try and get the best form for the club. I'm so happy for Paris Saint-Germain for tomorrow. We are focused to try and get the best result we can. So he says that he's got a contract to 2023, and I don't say anything different. I'm really happy at Paris. I'm happy in Paris. I'm not going to make the mistake. In the past, I was in Espanyol, and I said my dream was to meet Sir Alex Ferguson. All that is now going to be misunderstood and taken out of context. I'm so happy at Paris, and I'm focused to try to be my best like we are doing. So read into that what you will. The fact he called Sir Alex Ferguson his hero or whatever. So it looks like he might be coming to United. He might not be able to be installed before the Chelsea game, but yeah, it looks like he's coming. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Appreciate you joining me. Please like and share the video, and looking forward to the weekend now, United versus Chelsea. It's going to be interesting. Thanks for joining me. Take care.